Talking about fascinating conversations on this as we continue our way through the month of January, and in a particular way, draw attention to the dignity of every human life.
Celebrate Life.
Celebrate Life Month. And so it's Say Yes to Life with Peter Range, Senior Fellow at the Center for Christian Virtue. Good morning, Peter.
Hey, good morning, Dave, Ron, and Pat. It's great to be with you in 2026. And I got to start by shouting out to my mother. She celebrated her 80th birthday, January 1st. So happy birthday to Mary Jean. 80 years of love, sacrifice, faithful witness to Jesus Christ.
You know, I got to tell you, I've met your mother on a couple of occasions, and you just look at her, and there's joy that emanates from her.
There's joy, and she took care of my paralyzed father for 26 years, the last 26 years of his life, and was just a witness to marriage and the sacramental goodness of that covenant. And so very thankful for you. So, Mom, if you're listening, happy birthday to you. We love you. And today I want to take some time. I mean, we did a slideshow for my mom, kind of reflecting and looking at pictures from the past. I made her cry, so I accomplished my goal. But
I make my mother cry too, but for other reasons.
For other reasons, yes.
That's fair. But I was like, taking the end of the year, reflecting. My wife and I, we went out for kind of a date to reflect on, 2025. What do we want to see for 2026? And I figured, why don't we start off 2026 reflecting on the pro-life wins we had in 2025?
Amen.
Because it can be so tough and difficult when you're focusing just on the negative things that are happening. And there are negative things that are happening, but let's focus on the places where we won in 2025, knowing that the Lord is going to provide victories in 2026 as well, because he cares more about preborn children. He cares more about, the culture of life than we do. I mean, he made all of this, right? So number 5 for me is baby Olivia. And the more people that get to know baby Olivia and the winning that she's doing around the country, I think is important. Baby Olivia, it's the computer-generated kind of animation detailing human development in the womb. And it was made by Live Action in collaboration with medical doctors, experts, including embryonic and fetal development. But there's 4 states in 2025 that passed legislation to ensure that every child would see the baby Olivia video. So already it was in North Dakota and Tennessee, and now it's in Idaho, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and right here in the great state of Ohio. So very thankful that we passed the Baby Olivia Act, and that's going to be seen by kids all around our state. So that's a big win. Education, I think, is key to the pro-life movement. If more people can see the dignity of the human person, even starting in the womb, I think that's really, really important. The number 4 win for me was the presidential pardons that took place when President Trump actually came into office back in January. He pardoned 23 peaceful pro-life activists who had been imprisoned for violations against the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances, or the FACE Act. And they really had been targeted by the previous administration. And it was just unfortunate to see. I mean, even the former FBI director, Christopher Wray, testified that 70% of the abortion-related violence was being committed actually by pro-abortion activists against pro-life organizations. And yet, that same department, the FBI, was prosecuting people with the FACE Act. 90% was the pro-lifers being prosecuted. So the fact that President Trump came in, kind of righted that ship, I think is a big win for us in the pro-life movement. Speaking about this current administration, very thankful in 2025 that we passed the Big Beautiful Bill Act, which defunded to the tune of $700 million. So it's my number 3. The Big Beautiful Bill defunded $700 million in Medicaid funding for 1 year to these abortion giants, Planned Parenthood, and these different groups. And so while judges have tried to stop this, the blocking of the funding has been allowed to kind of continue as it's worked out in court. So big win for the pro-life movement. We love to see big abortion not get any money from our government. And so that's actually my number 2 story as well. And it's not a federal story, but it's more a local state story. And that's the fact that states can now defund big abortion. So in June, the Supreme Court ruled that South Carolina could defund Planned Parenthood in the Medina versus Planned Parenthood case. And that was a case where South Carolina Governor Greg McMaster, he issued an executive order in 2018, quote, prohibiting any clinic that provides abortion care from participating in the state's Medicaid program. That kind of worked its way kind of through the courts. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court said, yeah, that's perfectly legal, that a state can kind of, defund the abortion giant. So again, the more you take away funds from Planned Parenthood and big abortion, the better, I think, for the country. And the fact that states can do that as well now is really, really good. So top 5 stories again. We'll get to number 1 in a second, but number 5 is baby Olivia, the fact that that's now being seen now in 6 states, including the state of Ohio, so big win there. Number 4 was the presidential pardons, the fact that we're no longer persecuting pro-life activists like Mark Hawk in Pennsylvania. He was attacked by 23 FBI agents at his home with guns raised towards his family members, 8 kids there in his house. The fact that that's no longer happening, that's a big win. Number 3, the fact that big abortion has been defunded to the tune of $700 million, again, still working its way through the courts. But the fact that we did that for the first time, getting that passed, is a big deal, and hopefully that will continue for Congresses and the Senate to come. Number 2, the fact that we can now defund Planned Parenthood at the state level, and that's been decided by the Supreme Court. Huge win as well. And then lastly, my number 1 story of 2025, I know this seems kind of, I don't know, corny, you can call it whatever it was. When I used to teach in the inner city of Cleveland, my students used to call me the corny old white guy. And I'm like, hey, guys, look, I'm 24. I'm not that old, but with that being said,
you didn't deny being corny.
That's right.
That's right. No, I'm completely corny. But I really think the biggest win of 2025 is you. You who are listening and breathing right now. You made it through 2025. You still have a pulse. You still then have a mission in life. And here's what the Catechism of the Catholic Church says about you, 357. Being in the image of God, you, so the human individual, possesses the dignity of a person who is not just something, but someone. You are capable of self-knowledge, of self-possession, and of freely giving yourself and entering into communion with other persons. You are called by grace to a covenant with your Creator, to offer Him a response of faith and love that no other creature can give in His stead. So your dignity, rooted in creation and redemption, urges all of us to reverence ourselves and others, and hopefully that witness will transform this world just like my mom has for 80 years by loving my dad and loving everyone she's come encounter with.
Beautiful.
Love it. Love it. And just to be equal, I do want to shout out to my mother as well this morning. And it's not her birthday, and she just doesn't put her hearing aids in for about another 20 minutes. So I'm shouting out. There you go. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom. Love you, Mom. Thanks, Pete. Wonderful job.
Thanks, guys. God be with you.